That's a heck of a good team that Butler has. They got Laval Jordan does a tremendous job. Puts their guys in really good positions. Kamar Baldwin's a tremendous player. They surround those guys with shooters, a bunch of guys who can really make shots. Obviously, they made 9 of 22 from 3. They shot the ball really, really well in the second half. But I was really proud of our guys' fight. I thought overall, it's like when you get down by 10 points, the last 4-minute media timeout, I looked around the huddle and I still felt like, our guys believed. And I told those guys, hey, I've been in a lot of games here at Cintas where we've been down by more and have come back. And it starts with a belief, and I thought our guys had that. You could tell in Paul Scruggs' eyes, Najee Marshall's eyes, Tyreek Jones, who I think had just, he hadn't fouled out, but he had 4 fouls at that time. When we hit adversity, man, I really, 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 really like the response that our team has right now. We've done this a few times this year. Obviously, we don't want to get down by that many, but I do love the fight for our team, and I think that bodes well for us moving forward.
You mentioned the comeback today, also a comeback against Georgetown. How energizing are these kinds of wins for a basketball team to face adversity, erase adversity, and win?
I think they're big, Joe. I think, again, you got to play 40 minutes. And it doesn't mean, Butler outplayed us, up to the 36-minute mark, right? But that's why there's 40 minutes in a game. And you never give up. Always keep your belief and always be on attack mode, which I thought our guys were at the very end. But it is big, obviously. It shows our guys a lesson. But it could also happen the other direction, and it's just, again, it's a lesson that way as well. Like, whether we get up in a game, the lead can be erased very quickly. You have to, every possession matters for the entire 40 minutes of the game.
Travis, I think one of the stats that really stands out is 17 offensive rebounds. Is that something you thought you could exploit against Butler, or was that just a great day with a lot of tenacity on the glass?
I thought it was something that we could take advantage of. We talked about it heavily, really competing on the glass. I thought we were bigger, stronger around the rim with Tyreek and Zach. And Paul, he's competitive, he goes relentlessly. Kyle does as well, so does Najee. I felt like we could really try to take advantage of it. But that needs to be an identity of our team. Sometimes our best offense is the second shot, the third shot, and just competing and giving that extra effort. Again, because shots aren't always going to fall. And they weren't falling there for a while in the first half. But again, give Butler credit. They did a good job defending us. But at the same time, though, again, our best offense could be that second and third shot.
Kyle's really had some troubles the last month or so, but had a great second half, especially today. What did you think about him saying, and that three-pointer he made, was that in the flow of the offense, or was that something you wanted him to have the ball and take that shot?
Yeah, it was a great pass by Paul. It was a tremendous pass. It was right on time, right on target. The ball was driven. Kyle shot it. He was much more decisive today than he has been in probably the previous 4 or 5 games. And just when I say decisive on that shot, you could tell he was going to shoot it when he caught the ball. He didn't think about it. And even on his drives, it's the same thing, Shannon. I thought he did a great job attacking on his drive. He had purpose behind him. And again, I'm happy for him. And he spends a lot of time in the gym. He wants to please. He wants to do really well. I'm happy for him.
You mentioned Paul in the pass. With Quentin out, he's had to obviously change a little bit of his role. How has he changed his role without Quentin on the floor? Obviously, he had a stat stuffer kind of day in the box score, but has he had to change his game?
He has. I think when you go from off the ball, Joe, to on the ball, again, I'd say on the ball, he has the ball in his hands a lot. He makes for us, whether he's at the 1 or the 2. But just being able to get the team in whatever we need them to be in offensively is big. And then when you're dealing with a guy like Aaron Thompson, who's picking you up full court, trying to be disruptive with, on the ball, it's really hard. And Paul did a great job. I think he finished with 2 turnovers, 6 assists. He ran the show. He got us in the offenses that we needed to be in. He made open shots. He playmaked. And he did a tremendous job for us. He's playing great right now for us.
Coach, you guys got to the bonus pretty early in the second half, converted 14 of 18 free throws. How important do you feel like that was in the win?
I think getting to the free throw line needs to be another part of our identity. It's something that we've kind of struggled to get to at this point in the year, and that's got to change here in Big East play. We've got to get to the free throw line more. I thought we were attacking them more off the bounce. I thought the first half their zone really bothered us, their 3-2 zone. I thought we stood a lot more, and part of that's on me. I changed the offense at halftime. I thought our offense was much more effective in the second half against their zone, where we could kind of ball screen their middle guy at the top and really turn the corner, drive the ball, get closeouts, play downhill. And I thought that made a big difference.
You talked about Kyle, but really in that last 4-minute stretch, you got everyone helped in some way. Even, you know, Wellich had a steal when you started going full court press there at the end. But what does it mean for your team kind of backs against the wall and everyone steps up? It wasn't just one person, a 5-0 run by Hankins. I mean, everyone was involved in that.
Yeah, I think it shows that we have multiple guys who can affect winning. And it doesn't always have to be about scoring, right? It could be a steal, could be a deflection, could be a big offensive rebound. There's so many things you can do on the floor that impact winning. And I thought, like you said, I thought all 5 guys that were out there on the floor, even Elias, we subbed in a couple times defensively, did a tremendous job on that end. And again, we need that team effort. You know, it's not that we can't have one guy, you know, just put the whole team on their back and let's go win against a really good Butler team or whoever else we're playing in the Big East. We need everybody to contribute, and I thought we got that, especially in the last 4 minutes of the game, like you're talking about.
Second straight game, Quentin Gooden hasn't played. Can you share what's going on with his knee and why he's out a second straight game?
Yeah, you know, he's day-to-day still, Shannon, and we're just kind of, he's rehabbing, and he's working really hard with Dave Fluker and our doctors. You know, he's day-to-day, and he hasn't practiced, you know, like he didn't practice the last couple days, obviously didn't go through shoot-around or anything like that. You know, hopefully we'll get him back here soon, but if not, it's the next man up, and I love the mentality that our guys have had while he's been out.
What did he do exactly to his knee, and was it in the Marquette game?
Yeah, it was in warm-ups against Marquette. You know, I think he was going up just to kind of lay up lines, and he felt kind of pop a little bit. You know, no surgeries needed or anything like that, Shannon. It's just more kind of monitoring, trying to get the swelling down. It's sore. I think it bothers him. He obviously wants to be out there. He wants to play. Just kind of a matter of time to kind of get him back up there, get him healthy.
Wanted to ask you about the final possession when Najee had the ball and had a chance to do it over the basket. He was only 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 7 for 3 at the time, but you had the confidence to go to him in that spot. What was your message to him before he walked onto the court about what you wanted him to do in that situation?
I wanted him to attack the rim. I wanted him to be relentless getting to the rim. You know, don't settle. Don't settle at the end of games. You know, find a way to get to the rim, put pressure on the rim. I thought he'd get fouled or he'd score the ball. Najee's, you know, again, he has some great looks tonight. And it's like I told him. I said, I do not care if you miss a shot. You know, I want you to be ready to shoot it, even in the early on part. I thought he had some great looks, just didn't fall. And he's going to start making shots. But again, especially at the end of the games, man, you got to be able to really attack the rim, get to the rim, put pressure on the rim. And I think he did a great job of that.
You left Marquette 1 and 2 in the conference and talked about self-inflicted wounds a lot that day. Here you are now 3 and 2 after 2 home wins. How do you like your position right now in the Big East? You
know, every game's hard. It's a long, long, long season. You know, it's a grind, and you can't get too high, can't get too low. Obviously, you know, we'll celebrate this win for a couple hours, and then we'll be right back. We're going to be playing at Villanova on Friday, which will be a big-time game. But every game's a big-time game in this league. You know, you can't, like I said, you can't get too high or too low. It's a long season.
Travis, what were you talking about that last defensive possession? They had 3.2 left. They got to go 94 feet. What was your thought process?
You know, number one, obviously, no fouls. You know, we didn't want to send them to the line. We put Zach Hankins on the ball, and I wanted to make sure a lot of times teams will actually screen the inbounder. So you can't run over the inbounder and foul them, and which I've seen happen before. But we wanted them to catch the ball going towards our hoop. And we were going to switch all screens. They had ran a similar action. It was over a year ago, and I forget who it was against. I remember watching it, and they set like a back screen, tried to lob it up over the top. And they've also seen where they kind of hit Kamar Baldwin just like they did. You know, Michigan ran the same play against Houston in the NCAA tournament. We were going to switch, just try to stand between him and the rim, show our hands the entire time, you know, to get no fouls. But you also want to contest. You also want to contest. And I just felt like at 3.2 on the clock, you know, it was you know, they could get 1 or 2 dribbles, obviously, probably 2 dribbles to get the shot off. But again, you still want to show hands. You don't want to have, you know, no hands on the shot where he got a clean look, which I don't think he got a clean look there at the very end. I thought we contested, but we showed our hands and we made sure we didn't foul, so our guys did a good job.
A couple themes have cropped up in the last 2 games. You've won the rebound battle decisively and the free throw battle decisively. Is this like a part of the puzzle for a continuing winning formula here?
Oh, I think so. I think we have to take care of the ball, we have to rebound the ball, and then we have to get to the foul line. We have to play inside out, whether it's post-ups, drives, offensive rebounding. And we got to put pressure on the rim. That's who we have. That's the strength of our team. But again, like I've said before, and I've told our guys, like, listen, if going inside out produces an open rhythm three, we're taking that thing. Shoot it with confidence, be aggressive. I got all the confidence in the world in those guys.